Hey, what is going on, everybody? It's another lovely episode of the Mellow Podcast. So this week I decided to change it up a bit. I actually got a question for a lot of people. This is my own thing, though. This is my own choice. I've been thinking about a lot of. So I'm Puerto Rican, and I've been thinking about lately all of the superhero, like Latinx, Latino superheroes that have been on DC, Marvel, and other places. I mean, we're going with the main core though. There might be one that might bring up. So I want to think. What about you guys? Who do you guys think is or are the best Latino, Latina, Latinx heroes out there? I'm gonna give you a list of what I think are some of the good ones. If there's more, yo, hit me up. I wanna know who we talking about. Ooh. All right, so first, we'll start with most people know the homie, Miles Morales, aka Spider-Man. So we're gonna drop a description, and then I'm saying y'all wanna look it up, and then y'all hit me up with the percentages and stuff like that. I'm doing like a little poll on Facebook and Twitter, so excuse me, I got a nose on me. So Peter Parker isn't the only Spider-Man around. Miles is half Puerto Rican, also developed useful powers after being bitten by a spider. And following Peter's death, it was Miles' turn to take on the great responsibility of being Spider-Man. I hope most of y'all have seen Into the Spider-Verse. I don't see why you have not. But if you have not, you are bananas. Just saying. Excuse me. It's ridiculous. But I cannot wait. Hopefully at some point they bring Miles Morales into live action TV. I would love to see that. I don't know who I would see play him, but I would love to see Miles in live action. It's hard because our current Peter is literally like only going to be 18, 19 years old. So it's hard to bring. You can bring Miles in as a kid, like a 5, 6, 7-year-old maybe. I can see that, but I don't know. Next, we have America Chavez, also known as Miss America. You might have seen she got first introduced in oh my god, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, when we first got introduced to her. So she's like a, how do I explain it? She can teleport through different universes essentially. She can go through different dimensions. She was raised by 2 women. Who cares? I just feel like that's part of her history, so it should be known. There is more than one Miss America in Marvel history, but I think most people know more of America than they do any of the other ones, because I really don't know any of the other ones, truth be told. Also, we got the homie, Reyes, also known as Ghost Rider. Dun, 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 dun. Ghost Rider. Dun, 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 dun. So basically, Robbie dies. I forgot how he died, but essentially he gets picked up to be Ghost Rider. First time I ever actually I knew of Ghost Rider, but I didn't know about Robbie Reyes and stuff like that. So first time I ever saw him was in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show, like the live action version. Obviously, Nicolas Cage became him. So became him in like the original movie that I think most people know. But essentially, Robbie is the first Marvel character with the name Ghost Rider. There also was Johnny Blaze, Danny Ketch, and I didn't know there was a female. Oh, okay. And Alejandra Jones. I'm not gonna lie, I'm reading stuff off the internet because I'll be real with you, I don't remember everybody. I don't remember most people's stuff, so, and it's better for me to know. Gave you guys the right thing. He was a young alley mechanic, finds himself transformed into hell on 4 wheels as he becomes a new incarnation of the Ghost Rider. Caring for a disabled brother, Robbie wanted to leave East LA behind, but a gang war awoke him to a new life. Despite being a talented car mechanic in his hometown of LA, Robbie never saw a bright future on the horizon. But when he stole a muscle car, became possessed by his deceased evil uncle, Reyes became a spirit of vengeance. Marvel 101. That was actually hella helpful. At least for me it was. I hope it was helpful for y'all. Next we have Anya Corazon. We are going to look her up as well. I'm not lying to y'all. What just happened on my screen? Let's see. What do we have here for Anya? How many other superheroines can say they have an exoskeleton? This girl from Brooklyn, whose ancestry traces back to Mexico and Puerto Rico, shows that Spider-Man isn't the only comic book character who can use spidery talents. Okay. So, let's... Okay, what the hell? Don't be so mean to me. Don't be so mean to me. Anya Corazon. No, I'm... Okay, cool. I feel like I should have had all this up, but whatever. It kills... Ooh. Oh. Okay. That whole bunch of stuff just popped up. I just want to do a quick... Alright. I'm going to have to go back to America because it's not fair. Other aliases are Arañita, formerly the Hunter. Let's see. Identity, secret, / known to Unmoon. People of Webcore, S.H.I.E.L.D., Gilberto Corazon. Gilberto Corazon is her father. Sofia is her deceased mother. Araña is a teenage girl from Brooklyn whose father is an investigative reporter. Jeez, stop. On one fateful night, she went to a bridge to fight a boy from her school. When she got there, a fight between the Sisterhood of Wasps and the Spider Society left her fatally injured. Miguel, the Spider Society's sorcerer, was forced to transfer some of his power to her to save her life. After the transfer, she received a spider-shaped tattoo, which gave her enhanced strength and agility. It was also presumably gave her an exoskeleton. Araña and Miguel shared several adventures together as the Mage Hunter team for the Spider Society, preventing the Wasps from summoning their chosen warrior. Recently, Araña learned that she is not a true hunter. No hunter before has ever had an exoskeleton like hers. In a battle in which the Sisterhood again attempted to summon their hunter, Miguel was killed. Despite Spider-Man / Spider-Man's assistance, Araña released and transferred the power of the hunter to Spider Society member Nina Smith. Yet, Anya retained many of her superhuman abilities. Even though she has quit Webcore, she insisted on fighting for the greater good. She's currently training as a Civil War registered superhero under the tutelage of Miss Marvel. That's what it says on Marvel.com's website. That's literally all it says about her. It's kind of annoying, actually, if that's really all they have about her. Come on. Damn you. Freaking. I want to find more info on her, because I feel like that should not just be it. I feel that's just lackluster for her character. Yeah, read that part. It's like she's not really known that well. She's in cartoons. She's been in cartoons. No, that's wrong. Let's see what this says. She's the Latina daughter of a Puerto Rican father and a Mexican mother. She was first appearance in Amazing Fantasy #1 under the pseudonym Araña, and later in Young Allies #5 with the codename Spider-Girl. Okay. Cool. That's good to know. What do we got next? Who's next on our lovely list? We got Anya. And this is my homie, one of my favorite cats, Mr. Blue Beetle himself, Jaime Reyes. Jaime Reyes is the third person to be Blue Beetle, but he is at the top of our list. He lives in El Paso, Texas with his family and feels a big responsibility to take care of them. I love this character. To me, he is the best Blue Beetle. I think most people agree with that, because the original Blue Beetle found the scarab while he was digging and attached itself to him. And then Ted called Blue Beetle. The scarab didn't want him, so he had to learn how to fight himself and basically build tech to become like a technical, logical kind of Blue Beetle, and then Jaime found the scarab and attached stuff to Jaime, and here's where we've been ever since for like 6 to 10 years. I could be very wrong on that number. But yeah, to me, Jaime is a dope character that they created for the Blue Beetle character. To me, it is awesome. I love the suit. I love everything that goes with Blue Beetle. Oh God, my nose is like, no, you know. Excuse me. Ugh. Damn. I feel like I can't breathe. I feel like I can't breathe. The DC's introduction of Jaime Reyes in 2006, retcon expanded upon the Blue Beetle mythos, revealed to be an alien in origin. The Scarab bonds with Jaime, provides him with a suit of extraterrestrial armor. Shortly after Ted Cord's death, though only a teenager, Reyes quickly forms a working relationship with Cord's former teammate and best friend, Booster Gold, as inducted into the Teen Titans and Justice League. So, Blue Beetle. Next on my lovely list is, I think most people know this cat. There's going to be two that you're going to be surprised of, and another one you're going to be like, wait, what? Who? Because it won't be anything that has to do with Marvel or DC or any real company, truth be told. But next we have probably one of the top 5 dopest Spider-Man suits out there. Mr. Spider-Man 2099, Miguel Ojeda. What just happened to my screen? It looks like what? Excuse me, sorry. This is like one of my friends' like favorite. I mean, I love the outfit, so like I'm not hating on that at all, bro. That outfit is fire. To me, it's one of the best outfits, top 5 outfits ever. I mean, the little cape crap, I mean, we could go without, let's be serious. But to me, he's dope. Miguel O'Hara was raised in the alternate universe of Earth 928 during a future time after the end of the heroic age. He grew up with his eccentric mother, Conchata, younger brother Gabriel, and the abusive man he believed to be his father. Brilliant and precocious, Miguel was awarded enrollment into Alchemix School for Gifted Youngsters, formerly X-Men's headquarters, in Westchester under the fair direction of headmistress Angela Discakalis. Here he befriended Xena Kwan, who helped Miguel defend himself against the bullying of Chrome Stone, so Alchemix's vice president, and reaches development. Tyler Stone, with Xena's encouragement, Miguel mustered the bravery to have Ron expelled from school. I'm trying to just get to the... Nope. I want to get to the quick part. I mean, yes, I could just read everything, but I don't want to. Because I fucked up. Yeah, it's kind of messed up. Miguel will be featured in the movie, what the hell is it called? Oh my god, the Spider-Man movie that's coming out. Not Into the Spider-Verse, the other one. So it has to do with Spider-Verse. Oh my, dude. That's annoying, by the way. That's very annoying. I can't remember what the hell. But anyways, Miguel is a highly skilled geneticist and gifted with genius-level intelligence. Though he did not take combat training, he quickly developed an effective fighting style that maximizes the use of his superhuman agility, strength, senses, and intellect. After having half of his DNA rewritten with the genetic code of a spider, Miguel develops a wide array of powers. He has proportionate strength, speed, and agility of a spider. So that's Mr. Miguel 2099. Why is this? Dude, it's like I keep clicking. I feel like I just got a bug on my computer, and I'm going to be happy if that happens. That'll highly make me upset. Next, we're going to have 2 Green Lanterns here. Like I said, one of them, you'll be like, who? Or are you not going to believe at least that it's who it is? Unless you know, then you know. But next, we have Jessica Cruz, Green Lantern. I believe she came out. When did she pull up? When did she pull up? Jessica. Known as the Green Lantern, is a superhero appearing in American comic books, plus by DC. Created by Jeff Johns, Dan Mankey, Ivan Cub, blah, 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 blah. I just want to be pointing to her. Jessica has just become the most terrifying Green Lantern ever. Even the Sinestro Corps are afraid of her in future state. That makes Jessica Cruz's heroism all the more remarkable as she soars through the heavens and battles against gods and monsters alike. Jessica inherited the ring of the crime syndicate's power ring, becoming the new power ring briefly before becoming another Green Lantern on Earth. What? She is a member of Justice League and co-leads her own series for DC's Rebirth story, which happened... Rebirth, when did that happen? About 3 years ago? I want to say 3. But since she's popped up into the mainstream, they've been putting her on like so many different like DC superhero girls, an animated cartoon. Obviously, a lot of like heavier animated DCU animations, DCAU, DC Animated Universe. Yeah, I guess we can call it that. So they've been trying to definitely push her to be the next best thing, you know, which I think is cool. I had the comic for her when she got introduced, but I think it's kind of cool though. Again, she's probably one of the better ones out there. It says she shares a name. Jessica Cruz, the superhero, is a Green Lantern who overcame her fears and trauma to become a brave and compassionate defender of the galaxy. It says she shares her name with many like celebrities. Jessica Cruz, the architect's daughter, is a character in Earth 27 fan fiction project. Oh, fan fiction. You know. And people obviously like her because a lot of people try to cosplay her. But I think it's pretty cool. Her powers, she's capable of energy-based construction, flight, and utilizing various other abilities. Through her power ring, which are only limited by her imagination and willpower, Jessica's signature constructs are massive and intricate. Next on my list. Okay, so these two, like I said, are going to be huh? Where? One, Kyle Rayner. And probably people be like, wait, he's not Latino. But I've learned that, he actually is. Give me a second, please. I do have... What the hell? Dude, I'm about to throw this. Real quick. Kyle Rayner, whose father is Mexican-American and is one of the most important Green Lanterns in the history of DC Comics. Excuse me. How important? For a while, he was the only Green Lantern. And there's usually like 8 million of them. He's a comic book character who became the Green Lantern after Hal Jordan went mad and destroyed the Corps. He's a talented artist who uses his imagination creativity to shape his green energy constructs, often inspired by pop culture. He has faced many challenges and tragedies, such as losing his girlfriend, his ring, and his identity, but always found a way to overcome them. He's a member of the Justice League, Titans, and the Guardians, and has wielded the power of all 7 Lantern Corps at different times, which kind of makes him one of the most powerful cats around there. He's one of the few Hispanic superheroes in DC Comics, and recently sparked controversy for being depicted as a chef in a variant cover. So that's Mr. OG. I didn't know he was a Latino. He came on in 2013. Which I don't believe that, actually. But next is one, again, has nothing to do with DC, nothing to do with Marvel, Dark Horse, IDW, any of those. The next one is La Boriqueña. Now, La Boriqueña is an original character and patriotic symbol presented in a classic superhero story created and written by graphic novelist Edgardo Miranda Rodriguez. Her powers are drawn from history and mythicism. Found on the island of Puerto Rico, the fictional character Marisol Rios de la Luz is a Columbia University Earth and Environmental Science undergraduate student living with her parents in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. She takes a semester of study abroad in collaboration with the University of Puerto Rico. There, she explores the caves of Puerto Rico and finds 5 similar-sized crystals, Atabex, the Tejano mother goddess, appears before Marisol once the crystals are united and summons her sons Yakahu, spirit of the seas and mountains, and Huracan, spirit of the hurricanes. They give Marisol superhuman strength, the power of flight, and control of the storms. Rosario Dawson actually did a guest spot in the comic itself, which I think was really cool. Basically, La Boriqueña is a character to bring awareness to stuff that's going on in Puerto Rico, basically. And there's a comic out there that she actually does team up with Bats, Wonder Woman, and Superman, and other DC superheroes. But she's not a DC superhero. I've been so behind again on these comics, by the way. But I think that's really cool what they did here. A Puerto Rican female character that was created to just bring awareness to what's going on in Puerto Rico, different things and stuff like that. I think it was really cool. I love it. I think it's awesome. So what do y'all think? Let's go down the list again. Again, we have Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Miss America, America Chavez, Ghost Rider, Robbie Reyes, Green Lantern, Kyle Rayner, Spider-Girl, Anya Corazon, Blue Beetle, Jaime Reyes, Spider-Man 2099, Miguel O'Hara, Green Lantern, Jessica Cruz, and La Boriqueña, Marisol Rios de la Luz. Who do you guys think out of this list? I know there's probably hundreds of more. If there's more, drop that stuff down in the comments, in the link, and all that good stuff. I want to know what y'all think out of this list, or whatever y'all think of in the sense of Latino, Latinx, Latina heroes, or even villains. If y'all got some villains, throw them out there too. You know what I'm saying? But you know what to do. Hit me up on Twitter at MellowPod22. Hit me up on the Facebook page at The Mellow Podcast. Check out W.DG Energy. You know what it is. Drop that MFG22 code to drop that 10% off your tubs. I don't know if I'm missing anything, but anyways, always and forever, peace, one love. I'm out.